Hello everyone, my name is Raphael Walter, and today I'm going to be showing to you how you could connect a third party like Microsoft Power BI to your SAP Datasphere inside of Business Data Cloud, and especially how you could connect to analytical models. So as you know, there is an Open SQL Schema inside of Datasphere as there is a cloud underneath, and you can quite easily connect to that schema using a JDBC connection, like here I'm doing with HANA Cloud connection, the host and the port, the username and the password, and then you can see your views and your tables. But as you can see, you can't see the actual analytical model that I have here. And in the same way, there is quite easily a possibility to connect to using ODBC. So of course, you would have to create your ODBC connection here. In the same way, you get your system, the host, and you fill in the port with 443, and then you're able to connect quite easily to that OpenSQL schema and view the tables. We'll see in a second. Yeah, so here, and I see again exactly what I saw in Daybeaver. So it's the same thing. The problem with Microsoft Power BI is that if we want to do auth, a no data connection, unfortunately to our analytical model, uh, there is no capability to do an OAuth authentication, which is required. We could do basic, but we can't do an OAuth authentication even using the web connection here. You won't have the capability to define the OAuth authentication. So you won't be able to get the analytical model. So a solution, fortunately for that, is that we have a connector that was developed by people inside of SAP with the Data Warehouse Cloud, which is the previous name of Datasphere, and they've developed a connector to connect to Power BI. This is, of course, not something that could be productive, but it still is a good way to connect. And maybe in the coming month with the BTC Connect for Microsoft Azure, maybe we'll be able to provide different connections. But simply, if you want to be able to do it today, and it works, it's not supported, but it works. You can download the zip file. You'll get several files, which actually the file structure is here. And you have a Power BI folder and a connections.json file. And several things are asked in this file. You need the host. This is the host of your tenant. Client ID, client secret, I'll show you how you can get it. The OAuth token URL, the OAuth authorization URL, and the token OAuth message, which needs to be posted. I didn't fill in the SAC information because this is something that I'm not going to be using. So going back into my tenant, here in administration, you have your OAuth client. So this is the authorization URL that I was talking about. You need to copy it, token URL, you need to copy it, and then you'll configure and add an OAuth client. So I've already done that. And you need to set it as interactive usage, authorizations code, get the client secret, the client ID. The redirect URL is basically this. This is explained in the GitHub, explaining to you how to do all the configuration, and it's very easy. And once you've got this, you go into your file, you set all this, you save it, and then you grab all of these files, zip them, and you can go and create a folder in your document folder, call it Microsoft Power BI Desktop, create a new folder, custom connectors, drop the zip file, rename it to SAP underscore data warehouse DWC underscore 01.mez, restart Power BI, and here, so look for SAP, and you see you have now 3 new connectors. You have the native ANA business warehouse message and application, and then you have data, catalog, and generic URL, which is quite nice. And then here you will select your tenant, and you need the OData service URL. So if we go back here, this is my model. This is my model that I'm going to be using. You have the generic OData request. You copy the URL, and going back into Power BI, we go here, and we just need the end of the part after the slash, or the slash UPI with v1 datasphere, etc., etc. And then you will retrieve. You see now you have your analytical model, and you could charge the data, which it takes a little bit of if there is a lot of data, but I've already done it. And then here I have my analytical model with all the information, and I started working and creating my dashboard. And of course, I could add a new and maybe look at other informations, which could be here. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to show you. So it's very easy. You can natively connect to using ODBC or JDBC with a third party like Daybeaver or Microsoft Power BI, but you only get the views and the tables. You're connecting actually to the Open SQL Schema. If you want to be able to connect to the actual analytical models, this is a nice way to do it using this custom connector. Once again, it's probably not something that I would use in production, but maybe with the BDC Connect, as I said, coming up by the end of this year with our partners, you'll be able also to use the BDC Connect and the Delta Share to federate the data coming from BDC and Datasphere, and then be able to use the data products, which is not the analytical models, but that will be another way to do this. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great day.